Okay, welcome back. So this is part 2, and if you haven't, please check out part 1 because I am doing a rental yield versus return on investment comparison and trying to explain things for your benefit, for the human race's benefit. Okay, now before we proceed, show reel, hit it. Welcome back. Check this out. So I get this question a lot, right? What's the general return on investment in the Dubai real estate market? I hardly ever get, and if you haven't watch part 2, I hardly ever get the question, what's the rental yield? Because generally speaking, when people say return on investment, they're actually referring to rental yield or rental income. But I'm going to help myself think like an investor, right? Look, an investor, and we learned this, I'm sure you learned this in business school. You always go into every transaction, every situation, thinking of the exit strategy. How do you exit, okay? And so I'm not talking about CIA style undercover stuff where you go into a restaurant and like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, you're always looking for the exit so that if in case somebody comes around to kidnap you and your friend and partner or wife or girlfriend, you're gonna be shooting out the door and running away and know where the exits are. No, I'm talking about a business exit, right? Sometimes things go great and you still want to exit, right? Because you might want to do something else with your life. Sometimes things don't go so well for other people, not for us, because we're investors in Dubai. At that stage, you might also want to consider what your exit opportunity or exit looks like, okay? Now, if you've watched part 1, I've talked about rental yield. Return on investment, okay, so because we're talking about that, return on investment is a more comprehensive, holistic overview on the investment per se, okay? What you are looking to do, what I am looking to do is understand the complete investment and what effect it has on your monetary situation, right? I hope that I'm able to make sense on this. Now, whereas rental yield is calculated year on year to assess how much income you're generating vis-a-vis the capital outlay. So if you put 1 million dirhams and you're getting 100,000, your gross rental yield is 10%. But sometimes if you take into account the other services and other charges that you're paying, which I've explained in part 1 of this video, you should really watch it. And I'll get my team to put the link in the description. If you go for net rental yield, it could be 6.5%. Return on investment, okay, check this out. Return on investment is slightly different. So let's still consider the example of a 1 million investment, and let's still consider that 100,000 is coming back as rent. Return on investment takes into account the net rental yield. Let's use blue because, net yield plus exit capital appreciation. So the money you make extra on top of when you exit. Okay, so this is exit. I hope you can see it. Okay, let's write it over here again. So at the time of exit. Okay, what do I mean? So let's say it's the same property and you hold it for 3 years. Okay, so you get 6.5. So let's say 6.5% net here, 6.5% net here, 6.5% net here. So for 3 years, essentially speaking, okay, if you've held this property for 3 years, you're at 19.5%, okay? You're at 19.5%. And let's say that in about a year's time, you sell this property, okay? Let's not get too crazy. Let's say, after 3 years' time, let's say you sell this property for 200,000 dirhams more, okay? So let's say you sold it for 200,000 dirham more. Your original was recuperated, and out of the 200,000, 50,000 dirhams was essentially speaking the closing cost. So minus 50,000 dirhams. So you netted 150,000 dirhams above what you had made. Now, what you would do is you'd calculate 150 divide by 1 million. Okay, what you'll essentially do is you will calculate this, divide by 1 million, and you will get 15%. Okay, and what you will do is, let's put it green here again, you're gonna add this up. Does that make sense? Okay, and what you'll see is your return now after 4 years is 34.5%. Did I get that right? 15 and 15, yeah, 34.5%. Your return on investment, okay, your return on investment in 1, 2, 3 years is 34.5% because you're taking into account your exit as well, whereas your net rental yield is about 6.5% per year. I hope that makes sense. So your gross return on investment, or we can even say net return on investment because we took this into account, after 3 years is 34.5%. Now, if you divide 34.5% by 3 years, because that's how long you held the property, okay, that's how long you held the property, you're looking at a net return of 11.5% per year, which goes to show that you should always be trying to look for properties which will give you a decent net rental income, but also give you good resale value. Like, you know, I only took a 15% increase here. If this had gone up by 20 or 30%, this number would be much, much higher. So essentially speaking, you made your capital work for you by getting 11.5% back for you per year. I hope that makes sense. Look, if this makes sense, I hope it does. If you've got comments on this, you've got your own opinion on this, I'd be happy to hear from you. You know, always press the like and press the hit button, press the like button, press the bell icon, all that stuff makes things go better, right? Because others can see this. So watch both parts, part 1 and part 2. You got a comment on this, happy to hear from you. Ciao for now. Okay, bye. Okay guys, so thanks for watching. My name again is Fahd Dawood. I've been doing this for 14 plus years. I started in 2006 in Toronto, Canada, and since 2007 I've been doing this in Dubai. I generally talk about real estate, your life, my life, and our path to allowing financial bliss coming to us. If you want to work with me, such as buy a property in Dubai, or you need general advice, you can hit me up on in the contact form below. If you've liked this video, I'd appreciate if you subscribe, press the bell icon, and hit the like button and share it with other friends. Ciao for now.